Today we are going to build the ultimate AMD gaming PC, so get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a big one. Now this video is not sponsored by AMD. However, AMD, Corsair, and Gigabyte were very kind in providing us all of the components to build what is quite literally the ultimate AMD gaming PC. Because it's not one PC, it's two PCs in one case. Powering the main PC is AMD's Threadripper 3970X with a whopping 32 Ryzen cores on board. Now, if that wasn't enough, we also have a 16-core Ryzen 9 3950X for the second PC, and because we are trying to build the ultimate AMD gaming PC, each system is going to get its own Radeon 5700 XT, which is going to be water-cooled, and who knows, we might just be able to upgrade some things down the line. What are we gonna call this thing? What should we call the back system? I keep calling it like the second PC, but like it's all in one tower.
Big Dipper, Little Dipper.
All right, this is for Little Dipper. So this is the Corsair 1000D, and it's a big boy. So the way this case is designed, our main Threadripper Big Dipper system is going to go right here, and our ITX system is going to sit right here. So essentially what we'll do is we'll have our GPU right here, and then we'll have a second GPU right here, so that we'll actually have that sort of RGB water block. Thankfully, Corsair have a configurator tool which should theoretically make my life a lot easier. So this is the Corsair custom cooling configurator. So let's design our loop. Oh wow, look at that. So it immediately built us the setup. The problem is it doesn't have our second motherboard. Expect quiet operation even during heavy duty tasks and the ability to push your CPU and GPU to their limits. So essentially between all of this, we will have some way of connecting all of our fans, getting all of the RGB to talk to each other, and essentially it'll all be running off of Big Dipper. Yeah, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. So we have made some progress. So with our TRX 40 motherboard, we have not only our Threadripper 3970X installed, but we also have two of our SSDs installed, all 64 gigs of RAM, including our fake modules to make sure that we have the seamless RGB experience. So as you can see, our table's not big enough for all the things. Welcome back to day 2, where things are progressing nicely. So we have the first of our 5700 XT water blocks installed. We also have our X570 board getting a little bit closer. We're going to have one loop for Little Dipper. So it'll basically go through here, it'll go through the graphics card, through the CPU, and then up, and it'll be taking advantage of one of the front 480mm radiators. And then for Big Dipper, which is our Threadripper system, we'll be using the other pump and reservoir, and that will be running again through GPU, through CPU, and then that will run actually through the 360mm radiator and the 480. So we're giving the maximum amount of cooling to Big Dipper, since obviously that is the more power-hungry system. So we do have all of our water blocks installed, and in fact, you actually can see on our TRX board, things are actually looking pretty good. But the main things that are really holding us back is that we're missing all of the hardware that came with the case, and our ITX board doesn't actually quite fit. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come back and try to remove as much of this plastic as possible, just so we have a little bit of extra clearance to slide it in. The good thing is that's not really going to be noticeable, so even if we have to do it in a slightly hacky way, the system should still be completely fine, because we're gonna have all of the tubing coming out as well as our GPU to cover up any questionable decisions we make. Welcome back, my friends, to day 3 of the ultimate build. So at this point, we've made some pretty decent progress today. So I've spent most of the afternoon working on this, which is our massive dual 480mm radiator for the system. So I think it just lines up like here. I'm just gonna do it by feel. Okay, so roughly that's what our dual 480mm radiators are gonna look like with the fans all lined up. Meanwhile, we've made a little bit of progress with the rest of the build. So everything is mostly in position right now. So we have our Big Dipper motherboard, we have our 5700 XT connected here, we have two of our Elgato 4K 60 capture cards.
So I'm actually going to use the pump on the left, the pump and reservoir on the left, to run into Little Dipper down here. So in theory, we should have a nice clean arcing run like this. For Big Dipper, a almost parallel run going into the 5700 XT up top as well. So it is day something of this PC build. We've waited for some parts to come. It's been probably 2 weeks since we've touched this thing. And now I think we have everything in to get our water cooling done.
Do you have an idea of where you're gonna use the 45 and the 90-degree adapters?
I already placed a lot of them in here.
Oh, okay, they're already here. Okay, I see.
Yeah, if you remember what we did last time.
Dude, that was like 3 months ago. I don't remember. Okay, so after further review, we've determined that we are idiots and we have forgotten one very key component, which is the fact that when it comes to mounting our top radiator, it is the wrong size.
I don't want to do any other fittings until we have everything in here properly.
So what my friend Ken is trying to say is that we'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, YouTube AdSense.
So it is a new day, and with that, maybe some more progress. Hopefully.
Maybe. It will be more progress.
Maybe.
So we went from a single 360 mil radiator to push-pull 480, which means that this is gonna be even more ridiculous once we get it up here and get the entire setup ready. Dude, this thing is gonna be a monster.
And again, thank you to Corsair and AMD for getting this all situated. I know this wasn't an easy thing to assemble in terms of parts lists and
Well, yeah,
whatnot.
because every time we make some progress on the build, we're like, hey, by the way, what about this thing? They're like, yes, of course, and they send us another package, and then we ask for more things, and they send us another package.
Because we're going to be doing push and pull on the top rad, our biggest problem with putting the second pump above the first one is not only clearance for the tubes, but clearance for the pump as a whole. You got to imagine that the top rad is going to be essentially like pretty much up to here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the second pump here. This might be the first day I've regretted working for Austin Evans.
This is the first day? Out of everything, this is the first.
I will speak the truth. Today is the first day. As you can see, Little Dipper is all plugged in. We have it going from our pump to our block on the GPU to our block on the CPU. It is running out the back, as you saw earlier, into our back radiator over here. And then the radiator spits it out back into the pump and the reservoir. And then I think now, well, what I'm gonna do now next is I'm gonna run the test run.
For Big Dipper.
For Big Dipper, exactly.
I have spent almost all day with this. It is a monstrosity. So I'm starting to label my cables based on whether it's Big Dipper or whether it's Little Dipper. But essentially, we have all of the fan headers, all of the RGB, something just fell, probably not important. All of the RGB, we have temperature sensors, all of it needs to be run through these Commander Pros, which are very tightly wrapped right now because I need to recable them. And we also have all of these RGB hubs, which then go in. So basically each fan has a fan header and an RGB hub. Then all of our water blocks also have RGB. That's actually all, but there's a lot of fans and a lot of hubs here. It has been many arduous days of building. However, we have finally hit a very key milestone in the ultimate AMD project. Why is that on?
It's the LG Velvet.
Are you watching another one of your virtual YouTubers? Anyway, now that we've made a very key milestone in the ultimate AMD Gaming PC build, we're ready to fill our loop with coolant. So we have pressure tested the first Little Dipper, or wait, no, we pressure tested Big Dipper, and now we've been pressure testing Little Dipper for a while, and the pressure has not changed whatsoever. So does that mean that we're immediately going to have a leak and it's going to spray all over the computer? Probably, but at least it can hold air, so if it holds air, it's gotta hold liquid, right? Wait, are we really, wait, hold on. We're gonna fill this whole loop up, squirting it one little bit at a time.
That scared me. Oh, that's really scared me.
Oh!
But we're good. Look at that.
That actually looks really rad. Ha! Get it? Radiator joke? It looks rad. So at this point, we've already pressure tested both loops. They held up, no problem. And theoretically, Little Dipper should be easier because it's actually less of a loop since it's only going through one of our front radiators. Now, the only thing that makes me a little nervous, I'm just gonna bring the light with me, just bear with me for a second. Look, this is intimidating. This is not the mark of an expert PC builder. However, all of these are going to be unplugged and rerouted shortly once I can actually get into Windows and figure out which hubs are on which ports, and that's gonna be a lot. You know, we've been shooting this video so long that you now have a ponytail.
I do have a ponytail.
Do you realize that's how long we've been shooting this video?
To be fair, this is Lazy Ken when he had to run out of the house today.
I'm glad you're much better at pouring than I am, because
I'm gonna get a little.
Okay, calm down. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's enough. Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Woo! Yeah, is that enough? Oh, almost.
Oh, let's go. Oh,
All right, wait, do I have to kill it?
No,
it's
no.
just enough, it's just enough.
Oh, we got it. Let's keep going.
Dude, this looks so good. This should be pretty good for now. It's gonna take a little bit for those bubbles to work out.
I just want to get everything out of this bottle.
It has been a long, arduous road, but we are finally ready with the ultimate AMD gaming PC build. And by finally ready, I mean, well, it's up and running. We've got a little bit of cleanup to do, but we have 32 cores of Threadripper, two 5700 XTs, a 16-core Ryzen processor, 64 gigs of RAM plus 32 gigs, a double custom water loop, which, okay, look, yes, a little bit messy right now. We're gonna clean that up, but we finally have everything running. There's so much lighting, and honestly, what we've had the most trouble is just sorting out all the software and the wiring and everything to get it all to show up. So if we come over to our 4K capture utility, this is actually the feed from Little Dipper. So in fact, I can actually move the mouse over if I can find it. And what you'll see is that essentially we can get the exact same feed from Little Dipper into Big Dipper. So you can see right now, I'm inside, there's maybe a touch of latency, but now I could be streaming, recording, whatever the case is, off of our 4K 60. So basically we're going Little Dipper into 4K 60 into Big Dipper. I'm incredibly excited. I am very, very happy to be done with this build. It has been literal months to get this to this point. But for now, all we really need to do is tidy up the cables, which to be fair is gonna be a little bit of a job, and move everything over and get it all set up. But beyond that, we have finally completed the ultimate AMD gaming PC build. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to see the conclusion to this finale. Did I just say the conclusion to the finale? The conclusion to the trilogy of building the ultimate next-gen setup. You won't want to miss the last episode. I'm really excited to see when it all actually comes together.